everyone, and welcome to my booktube channel. My name is Sarah, and today I'm going to be coming at you with all the books that I plan to read during the Summer Biannual Bibliothon. Now, in general, I'm really bad at TBRs, but I have high hopes for this particular readathon. The Summer Biannual Bibliothon 2016 is taking place through July 3rd through July 9th, and I will leave Goodreads groups and channel links all in the description box below if you are interested in learning more about it. There are awesome reading challenges and lots of fun video challenges, so you guys should keep an eye out for those videos because they are definitely coming your way. But for now, let's just get to the books that I plan to read for the readathon. The first reading challenge is to read the group book, which is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. This book follows the daughter of a politician who has an entire summer planned out, including a very prestigious scholarship, but when a scandal goes on with her father, all of that gets taken away, and so she ends up taking the only job that she can find, which is walking a bunch of dogs. I've only read one other Morgan Matson book, but it was very cute, and so I think this one will be too. The next reading challenge is just a wild card, so you can pick anything at all under the sun to read, and for that I have picked With Malice by Eileen Cook. This book was featured in my top 10 books that I want to read this summer video. This follows a 17-year-old girl who wakes up in the hospital with a 4-week gap in her memory. Her best friend has been murdered in that time, and the media is trying to pin it all on her. This is giving me some serious We Were Liars vibes, and I love We Were Liars. Reading challenge number 3 was to pick a book from the Biannual Bibliothon Girls reading recommendations. All 7 of the lovely ladies that host this readathon came up with a single book recommendation, so we get to pick from one of those 7 books, and so the one that I went for was More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. I love this author to death, and he is so wonderful, but I have yet to actually pick up his book, and this is another one of those books that I really want to read because I think it's going to be amazing. And so when Emma over at Emma Books suggested this as her reading recommendation, I knew that I had to go for it. Reading challenge number 4 is to read a book with your favorite magical creature / magical element in it. And so for this one, I'm going to go with The Paper Magician. One of my favorite things in the world to read about are magicians or magic users, and I absolutely love the premise of this novel. It basically follows a girl who lives in a world that relies heavily on magic. She had gone into her education expecting to one day end up working with metal magic, but instead she ends up working with paper magic. And she goes to stay with her teacher, who is this very strange recluse, and that is where the story really picks up. Reading challenge number 5 is read a book that you have been putting off, something that you've been meaning to get to but just haven't yet. And so for that, I'm going to go with The Cloak Society by Jeremy Kratz. I've had my eye on this forever. I don't read much middle grade, let alone superhero stories, but I think this is going to be very fun and very cute. 10 years ago, the Cloak Society was defeated by the Rangers of Justice, but the villains have been waiting for the perfect moment to resurface. It's about a 12-year-old boy named Alex who is a junior member of this Cloak Society, and I have no idea what the Cloak Society is. I assume it has something to do with some superhero ability of some sorts. Reading challenge number 6 is to read a book from an author you've never read from before. And so for this one, I'm going to go with Another Little Piece by Kate Carius Quinn. I actually have no idea what this book is about. I found it at the dollar store for $1, and I couldn't resist because it's a hardback and the cover looks really interesting. I'm fairly sure that it's some horror / supernatural story, and I have not read or heard about anything else by this author, so I'm very excited to give it a try. The 7th and final reading challenge is to read a book in a format that you're not used to, so like an audiobook or an ebook, and so for this one I'm going to go with an ebook. I don't really use my Kindle very often, but I do have one, and I do have like a lot of classics on there that I just haven't gotten around to reading yet, and so for this I think I'm going to read The Phantom of the Opera because The Phantom of the Opera is one of my favorite Broadway musicals, and I absolutely love the story, and I'm not sure how it'll play out in novel form, but I'm very excited to see how it goes. So this has been all of the books that I'm planning on reading for the Summer Biannual Bibliothon 2016. You guys should let me know down below if you are planning on participating, and if so, what's one book that you are so excited to get to that week? If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. I post new videos twice a week. If you guys would like to follow me on Twitter or any of my social medias, I will leave the links to all of those in the description box below as always. Most of all, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye!